Give us an update on GDPR and where do you think things are going?
Yeah, well, I think the first and most significant thing is we're going to see more companies pulling out of Europe. From an ad tech perspective and a MarTech perspective, we've already seen companies like Drawbridge and Verve Wireless say, yeah, we can't sort of maintain our European operations. I think we'll see a lot more of that as some of the ad tech players really realize how significant GDPR is going to be on their businesses. So I think that's the first thing. I think it's also going to be really interesting to see the number of sites that block European visitors. There are a few companies out there that are now saying, hey, website owner, whether you're a publisher or a brand, we can block any Europeans from actually seeing your page. There's a company in Germany that has just launched this service, and it's a little bit of JavaScript, runs on your site, and just blocks Europeans from being able to see the site. So I think we're actually going to see a little bit of that as well, and I think that's going to be a surprise to Europeans who did not expect that to be the outcome of GDPR. So I think we'll see a little bit more of that. And then a couple of months in, I think we'll start to see who's being flagged from a regulatory perspective. What are the sort of initial investigations? Who are they coming after? And also, who are the consumers filing complaints with the data protection authorities? Because that's going to trigger a lot of actions as well. So I think those are the three major things we'll see in the first couple of months of GDPR.
And broadly speaking, Google and Facebook, how do they come out of all this?
It's really hard to know. So, you know, Facebook sent an email to their European customers a couple of weeks ago saying, hey, if you want to keep using the site after May 25th, you need to come and accept the new terms. Fundamentally flies in the face of affirmative, informed consent. I think that is Facebook's way of pushing the envelope. And as we've seen time and again, the regulators are able to impose some fines, but it takes a long time and it takes a lot of court cases. It takes, you know, kind of taking some of these things to court sometimes. As a result of that, I don't think Facebook or Google is going to pay a dime for years. And I think they're going to keep pushing the envelope from a permission, consent, controller versus processor perspective, in the hopes that it will loosen the regulators' enforcement actions for everyone.
What are the opportunities for consumers to be more in the driver's seat around their privacy?
It's a really, really tough question. There aren't many, unfortunately. There are things that consumers can do to disintermediate advertising, ad blockers, of course, the rise of that. There are lots of browser plugins that, you know, open up tons of extra pages and do funky things to your browsing history to make it harder for advertisers to reach you, or you know, make your behavioral advertising less accurate. But from the lockdown of the data, from the actual sort of, do I own my data? Even though Facebook says I do I really own it? It's very hard for consumers to do much today. The best I think we can do is be very vocal and talk to advocacy groups, talk to our state representatives, and ask them to help kind of unfurl the privacy and data ecosystem a little bit more using the powers that they have.